Greetings and welcome back to Cobweb Cottage. We'd like to tell you a story that began 9 years ago this February, when we first moved into this vintage cottage in the Hudson Valley of New York. Living in the Sleepy Hollow countryside has taught us many life lessons and the art of seasonal living. You see, we are a couple from two different sides of the world, and this little yellow cottage became our first real home together after struggling to find where we truly felt at home. My husband Jonas is an artist from Sweden, where the winters can be long, dark, and cold. And I'm Lindsay, a bygone gal from Southern California, where the days can be hot and sunny all year round. We come from two extreme climates, and we've tried living in both, and by happenstance, we found a happy medium here in the Northeast. It's hard to believe that for almost a decade we've been renting this 100-year-old 500 square foot dollhouse. Living in a storybook-style home isn't always a bed of roses, and we've learned how to slow down and smell the roses that each season offers. This home changes with the seasons, and so do we, learning to embrace the charms that each one holds and host our own seasonal celebrations. So we invite you to slow down with us, pour yourself a cup of something cozy, and subscribe if creating a charming life is also your cup of tea. Oh, delightful springtime. When we see the first snowdrops pushing up through the snow, our hearts are filled with hope that after a long winter, we have also survived like the crocus and daffodil bulbs. Much like the woodland animals that have been in hibernation, we spring from our cozy burrow in anticipation of feeling the warmth of the sunshine again. Tibby the chipmunk and the other critters return to our little garden and fill it with new life once more. The bluebirds nest in the wooden houses we made for them and fill our days with their cheerful songs, while the robins serenade us at sunset. Each day a new shade of greenery is revealed, and almost overnight we awake to a vernal wonderland. The apple and cherry blossoms sweetly scent the air, and violets underfoot smile up at us. The ferns unfurl when it's tulip time, and in the cemetery beside us, new life blooms as we watch the young bluebirds learning to fly. On lovely sunshiny days, we are called out to picnic in the daffodil meadow, and on rainy days we enjoy a cup of tea and the scent of fresh lilacs in the kitchen after tromping through the mud. Though springtime can often bring pollen that coats the countryside like pixie dust, bringing with it fits of sneezing and bugs that come out to play. However, we do our best to enjoy the fleeting beauty of this colorful season. Springtime is a season of renewal, of working in our garden and planting seeds of dreams, a time to feel rejuvenated, of spring cleaning and sweeping the cobwebs away to bring in fresh air and life again. Oh, dreamy summertime when the days stretch out long. Our garden starts to bloom with flowers and the critters enjoy fresh berries as much as we do. The taste of fresh herbs and sun-ripened tomatoes harvested off the vine is a divine flavor we long for every summer. Although the heat and humidity of summer can be oppressive, we take advantage of drying some of our linens on the laundry line outside the cottage kitchen. We lose track of the times we've had little garden tea parties, and the taste of iced tea has never felt so refreshing. The summer solstice sunsets have a special sort of brilliant magic in the air. Summertime feels playful, a time to enjoy the warmth and beauty of nature in full bloom. The hummingbirds are our summer guests, visiting us several times a day, and it always feels like seeing old friends again. Cozy little toads keep us company under our doormat, helping to keep down the mosquitoes and other bugs. Naturally, living in Cobweb Cottage, we've learned to live alongside the spiders that we used to be more afraid of, but now we often just let them guard the corners, and if needed, a catch and release mission. The fireflies glow like little fairies at twilight in the meadows, and bats flutter overhead. The crickets serenade us to sleep like a little orchestra, which is most welcome against the noise of our window AC unit that we may have on during the day. In our neck of the woods, we enjoy evening strolls through the old country lanes, often lined with poison ivy, and we have to check ourselves for hitchhiking insects. If we're being honest, ticks put a huge damper on our outdoor activities, but we try not to let it hinder us from enjoying the greenery while it lasts. Never have we known such thunderstorms as we have here in New York. We've learned never to take a storm warning lightly, often filling buckets with water before the downpour in case we lose power. We batten down the hatches when we hear the long, low rumbles rolling across the valley, with flashes that light up our little home like daylight. Oh, enchanting autumn, with its mellow demeanor and sweet melancholy. As the days start to grow darker again, some of our feathered friends begin their journey south. Our garden always signals the shift to autumn with its orange hues and the pumpkins we add to the porch. Acorns begin to drop from the treetops in the old cemetery, and we delight in watching the critters squirreling away their stash for the winter days ahead. Often we awake to a fog that blankets the cottage in coziness. On these damp mornings and rainy evenings, the taste of pumpkin spice tea is truly comforting, along with the company of a good book. Jack-o'-lanterns glow in the dark nights, and the smell of wood smoke fills the air. When the leaves turn crimson, we are bewitched by the vibrant hues that are simply awe-inspiring. The Japanese maple at the cottage blazes, surrounding us with the warmest glow that streams into our bedroom window. We take every chance we get to ramble through the countryside, our breath taken away with the gusts of wind. The wind seems to decide when it's time to take the last of autumn's splendor, arriving in violent blows through the swaying pines. Piles of leaves cover the garden beds, and slowly we put away our flower pots in the shed after another growing season. It's hard to find a fault with autumn in the Hudson Valley, save for the fact that it's always so fleeting, fading faster than we can take in all its golden beauty. Oh, magical winter time, with its sparkling white snowfalls that feel like living in a fairy tale. Winter is the season of turning inward and resting. If Tibby the chipmunk can hibernate in his cozy burrow beneath the garden bed, then why can't we? At the very least, we enjoy the coziness of being hunkered down in our cottage with endless cups of tea. It seems the mice have the same idea as we hear them scurrying overhead in the attic and sometimes waking us up in the walls. On crystal clear nights, the stars shine brightly, and when the moon reflects on the snow, we hear owls in the tall trees, hooting softly and making us feel as though we have a guardian watching over us. With the holidays, the cottage smells of gingerbread, cinnamon, and pine, and there always seems to be something baking in the oven. Of course, winter isn't always so restful. We shovel piles of snow from our driveways and icicles form, turning into drips from our ceiling. More times than we can count, we've woken up to our heating or hot water not working, and in extreme cases, we've lost power with no way to keep warm during snowstorms. After the holidays, sickness and sadness can creep in like a cold draft and chill the bones. However, after the winter solstice, we're heartened to know that the days are slowly growing brighter again. When the temperatures are freezing, we use it as an opportunity to make ice lanterns to brighten the nights. Although winter is the most frigid season, it also holds some of the most heartwarming moments. In order to survive the seasons, you must change with them, and you cannot rush through them either. The seasons of nature remind us of the seasons of life. You can't always control your environment or the weather, but you can try to improve yourself and learn flexibility. It's not about the contrasts alone that make life lovely, but finding balance within the cycles, adapting, not fighting the weather, surrendering to nature, living alongside it and letting it guide you. As John Steinbeck once wrote, "What good is the warmth of summer without the cold of winter to give it sweetness?" In our modern age, we so often are disconnected from the rhythms of nature that we forget we are a part of our natural world too. Of course, we're grateful for conveniences like heating and air conditioning that make it more enjoyable to live with the seasons, but we don't want to completely detach from the flow of nature. Living with the seasons always inspires our creativity in different ways, through artwork, baking, and our homemaking. The joy of seasonal living is found in the rhythms of nature, which teach us what we need in each season. It's more than just the holidays, though they are helpful reminders of the changing year. We love finding reasons to celebrate beyond conventional traditions. For us, it's all about appreciating the beauty of each season and learning to work around the challenges. Only in doing so have we learned more about ourselves and hopefully become better humans, caring for the nature around us and deepening our connection with our surroundings. The simple pleasures are what make life charming, and we're so grateful to have lived so many seasons of life together here at Cobweb Cottage. So what have the seasons taught you? It's truly so individual to where you live. We asked our Cozy Cottage members on Patreon to share one word to describe each of the 4 seasons, reminding us how differently, yet similarly, we all experience the year depending on where we live. And we hope these final words inspire you. Spring feels ethereal and alive, with birdsong, buds, daffodils, a season of reach and renewal. Summer is golden and bright, with salt, sand, sultry, a time of readiness. Autumn turns mysterious and crisp, spice, crunch, blazing collage, and release. And winter is enchanting, sparkling flakes, stillness, twinkle, hibernation, and rest. We're sending all of our best wishes from Cobweb Cottage to you and your cozy home. Bye for now.